welcome into the studio, Hudson, Todd, over there. And we're full-time voiceover actors, artists, whatever you want to call us, small business owners. And we do these videos. We do our numbers. We let everybody know what we've made and stuff like that, how our weeks go with certain platforms, direct email marketing and stuff like that, just as a way to give you watchers, listeners, just a view of maybe more of like credence to our name. So like giving us credibility. Thank you. I couldn't think of that.
Street
cred. But that's not this video right now. That's our numbers video. That'll be later. But we've got our Todd's tips, and that's why Dad's here, because he's been in voiceover for 14 years and he does a good job. So if you want to know how much he makes or some other videos that we've bragged about how he does, you can just check the other ones. I usually lay out how much he's made and stuff like that, just as a credibility thing. So you don't just think random dude and his son talking about voiceover. Do we even know that they're in voiceover? So anyway, I'll hand it over to Dad.
Thanks. So we talk about this every single time that we have these caveats that our show producer, Demand, puts on the screen. And they're just a list of things that will hopefully help you to stop, slow down, not make it seem like I'm telling you that you have to do voiceover this way. You have to run your voiceover business this way. I don't like that when people do that. And so one of the reasons we share our numbers, we've done it here and we do it in the numbers videos, is so that you kind of go like this. Okay. He makes X amount of dollars in voiceover alone. Doesn't do any demo, doesn't do any coaching for money. And so that's one of the reasons that we do that part. But these caveats that we just saw are to have you be able to just think and evaluate. You know, do I have the same situation as Todd? Do I need to just take his principles and apply them? And that's why we have those caveats. So one is to perk up your ears. The other is to slow you down so you don't just do everything I do. Because that's not smart either. It's just not smart.
And you might be different than Todd. So for you to do everything the same way might be something that, you know, Dad would say, I wouldn't do that now. Things have changed or whatever. So anyway.
And I might not encourage you to do some of the things that I do even now.
Fair.
So we're talking about, under the Todd's tips, we're talking for maybe the last, 40 or so episodes, Todd's do's and don'ts. And we're just going to continue on with those. Maybe we just need to rename the segment. But anyway, Todd's do's and don'ts. So I'm sharing those things that I do and don't do in my voiceover business. And just last week, I unveiled the fact that I'm in the process of writing a book. And the book is just 7 building blocks for VO success. Demand has those here on the screen, so you can reference those as I walk through this latest do or don't, and it is a don't this time.
2 in a row.
I don't ever, and I put that in quotation marks just simply because ever is a lot. It's always, but in general, very, 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 very general. I don't ever talk about audio or audio gear. So I just say I don't ever talk about audio or audio gear. See, the VO world is plumb full of audio experts and audio gear experts. So there's no shortage of information or help that is available for those in need of good audio. That, by the way, is the first reason that I don't ever talk about audio. I am not an audio expert. Been in radio for 30 years, voiceover for 14 years. I don't consider myself an audio expert, nor do I spend any time thinking about it or researching audio equipment. But there's a second reason that I don't spend time thinking about audio and audio equipment, and that's more foundational, and it comes to these building blocks. You see where that building block of audio is? It is second on a list of foundational building blocks, and the top one is, of course, your craft or performance.
So it's the second to last one,
Right.
is what you're saying.
Right. And again, this isn't chronological. And all these things need to be done at once, if you will, or thought of as a whole life of voiceover business. Nevertheless, logically, foundationally, I put it second to the last in importance of how much time I spend thinking about it. See, I could care a lot about audio and audio gear. I like microphones a lot. I like microphones. I like the gear that they have there. I might like to tweak a little bit, but I don't. Because once I found a quiet space to record in and purchased gear that gave my voice a pro sound which could compete with anyone in the world, I stopped caring about my audio and gear. In fact, I made a conscious decision to stop caring about it. Why? Because this is how I built my business, my voiceover business, and that's how I run it. And so it's way up at the top, logically. I just don't spend any time thinking about it. Now, if something goes wrong with it, then I've got to think about it. But right now, I'm happy with it. So what happens is that frees up my mind. See where mind is, mindsets on that list, and time for other tiers of my voiceover business, my building blocks of VO success, my other mindsets. See those up there? Running my voiceover as a business, which is kind of the major mindset. My processes, how to make those as smooth and effective and efficient as possible. My marketing and my craft and performance. If I focus on audio and all of those top ones, I end up not focusing on the things that really keep me in the game, which are the bottom parts of the tier of the building blocks. So again, as I always say, you do you. If you need better audio, then do it. If you happen to have audio as kind of a hobby or just something, you dream about, or you say, I don't have anything to do right now. I'm going to get on this site and look at new processors or new whatever. Then you do you. That's fine. Have at it. But for me, not having it occupy my mind or time frees me up for other things. And this is one of the important mindsets that helps me to make money, the maximum amount of money that I think that I can make. Not having that audio building block that occupies my time, energy, and mindset. So that's why I don't ever talk about audio or audio gear. If you want me to coach you on audio and audio gear, it would be a short session. I can tell you what I think. I can tell you what sounds good. I can tell you what I have. Yeah. But other than that, I'm not an expert in it. So I'm not going to pretend that I could coach you, nor would it be that much fun, especially if you're a person that really wants to. If you want to get a quiet space, if you want to get some gear that I have that I think sounds great and is decently not that expensive, then, go at it. So I can help you with that, but it's not a very long coaching session when it comes to audio.
Yeah, well, that's kind of along the same lines. This isn't to Hudson's tip here, but I still use a USB mic. And
how dare you say that?
I know, yeah. But I'm probably going to make $40,000 this year in voiceover, so that's pretty good. I do have all the equipment that's upgraded. I just haven't put it into practice yet, which maybe some people would say that's hurting me, but I still keep going up like this. So, and people don't say anything about my audio. So
just between you, me, and Hudson, I've thought about this just recently. I've thought about maybe what we should do is have Hudson just keep his USB mic and just keep making, $50, $75, $100,000 just to prove that you can do that. There are other people that have done that.
That was one of my goals, was to try and make $100,000 with just my USB mic. So we'll see if I get there. So anyway, thank you for watching Todd's Tips. We have more videos like this in our Todd's Tips playlist. There's a lot of them. Next up, we'll be doing our numbers. Johnny will be here on the couch, and we'll let you know how we did. If you ever have a question or anything like that, you can ask him in the comments, or you can get a hold of me at hudsonbarsness@yahoo.com. No spaces or uppercase letters. So we'll see you later, and thank you for watching this Todd's Tips. Hey, did you like that video? Here's some more over here. Maybe you want to subscribe over here. I don't know. It's up to you.